Hey guys, welcome back or welcome if you're new here. I'm MsBeeKitty, and today we are building a youth center here in Newcrest on a 30 by 20 lot. It does include a bubble tea and thrift store, as you can see here in the back, and this build comes in at 91,817 simoleons. It is sim friendly, meaning that it has been play tested, and you can find it on the gallery by searching MsBeeKitty or hashtag MsBeeKitty. This is a limit pack build with high school years being the main use pack. And right now we are working on just the main structure of the build that will change a few times until we get to that thumbnail picture that you saw when you clicked on this video. Right now it looks nothing like that. The thrift store and the bubble tea area will also be added on to the back as an additional piece. And I will change the wallpaper many times. I am a very indecisive builder. It doesn't help that I like to just use whatever styles and mix them together to make my builds. It's a game. I want to build what I want, you know what I mean? I don't care about this should be only a modern build, this should only be a retro build, which those two being said is the mix that I went for on this particular build. Now, if you want to go in and change some things, no worries. Like, I expect that hopefully the bones are good and, you just tweak it to your gameplay needs. Right now, we're adding in some windows that I will be changing later on the color from black to white, along with, obviously, again, like the wallpaper will change multiple times. This entranceway will change multiple times. The roof will change completely. But speaking of roofs, we are adding a roof piece on now that is going to become an indoor greenhouse, or an attached greenhouse, I should say. But an attached greenhouse that is fully functional. I'll be placing down some flower pots in there, and it has been play tested. I have uploaded it to the gallery with plants in it already, so just take those out if you don't want them. If you want to start from scratch, they are still very low in the cultivating periods of their life. Here I just wanted to place down some items that I did not want to forget, including that telescope that we waited oh so long for. A normal average size telescope. It's great. And then of course some of the things for skill building and for the high school years cheerleading. I think I ended up putting in a football as well back there, just kind of placed there. Once the Sims start coming to the slot, who knows what happens with those things, right? So I changed out one of the flower pots to add a chair. I do end up, I think, putting an additional chair back in later on. Right now I just want to place some things down in each of the rooms to just kind of have an idea of space and where I want the things to be. And so it will, like I said, it'll change a couple times. I'm trying to wait on doing a lot of landscaping until after my main interior builds are done, because of that indecisiveness and changing my mind, not really having an idea exactly of how I want the layout to be, but knowing that I want certain things in it. So up there I just placed a table that'll end up being we'll call it the study room, where it'll have the bookshelves and some computers and a table and some chairs. Very, very minimal build while trying to give it some personality. And I also wanted to include this room down here on the first floor, which is more for the littles. And that way, if you are playing a teen parent or parents, you have somewhere that you can, have your littles get distracted while you work on whatever it is that you need to work on for your teen sim. Otherwise, we just popped in the bathroom, which will change multiple times because I do want to include a shower in it, just in case, you're getting things done and you don't want to leave the lot, but your sim is getting a little stinky. That bathroom will have a shower included in it. And again, just placing more items down into that little's room. We'll end up putting the chess table over here and some seating and just some something to give this hallway a not so plain feeling, and then fun times to be able to use these little decals to insinuate that there's a bathroom down there. So this is that study room that I was referring to earlier. Again, I will change this several times before I finally come to the one that I feel most comfortable with. especially when I start adding in the thrift store and bubble tea in the back. No worries is about change, and you're gonna see, I mean, so many times, but I also wanted to include up here in this area somewhere for your Sims that may have a limited funds can go and grab some yum yums. So like a pseudo cafeteria, kitchen nook situation. So it'll have a microwave and a vending machine, which the vending machine I will place in later when I do my last minute run through. I didn't record that. I thought I recorded it, and I did a cardinal sin in some way, and it disappeared. So I am sorry for that, but also you're welcome, because it's just me just running through and just making sure that, you know, situationally everything is routable, and I have any decor items I want. You know, a lot of times I'll forget to add a painting or picture, what have you, and that's the time that I'll go back and be like, wow, this wall is super empty, let me add something. So I do have at the end, toward the end of this video, it does have a tour of the build itself, and you can see the final build that is available on the gallery. It just, indecisiveness, I'm telling you. I love watching these simmers that can just hyper focus in one area, and they're like, okay, complete this room, or just let's start with them plopping down and making a quick little build, and they're just structurally there, and they make the rooms fit into what they already have. I haven't gotten that yet. I haven't been able to do that yet. I'm very indecisive, and so this does mean that I jump around quite a bit during this build. But things get done. It does all come together, and it does end up being playable, and the build that you see in the thumbnail, it is available in the gallery, like I said. I do put those lattice things down. I know it's for kids to sneak out. Obviously, those are non-functional in this build. I just really liked how they looked, and they were part of the pack, so I didn't have, you know, to miss out on any of my vines, if you will, because of the limited pack situation. We are placing down plants here, but these will change, of course. The sign will end up going up in this left nook area by the greenhouse, and I think I changed that pine tree out as well. Right now I am going and placing down the requirements for the thrift and bubble tea store. They are obviously on two separate floors. The thrift store is down on the first floor, and the bubble tea, as you're looking at now, is on the second floor. Come to find out, you have to use a mic as one of the requirements, so that's where structurally the bubble tea space will change, because I add that mic, and I don't know, I just really wanted to make it fit with it being just an awkward elephant in the room situation. So right now the windows are still I mess with the roof so many times, and in the end I end up chucking most of that roof line. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys just have some music and watch the rest of this build. Like I said, don't forget to wait till the end to see the final walkthrough of the build. And hope you guys have a great day, week, month. Until next time, bye.